Hi and welcome to your favorite channel, TV Mall SA. A wise proverb says, seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. And today we have a fun and interactive memory system that will help us enhance that knowledge using words, using math to help us learn, focus and concentrate more better. So, Ludwig, tell us all about it.
So we're talking Brainetics today, a breakthrough mind and memory system that will help you improve your performance in mathematics. It increases your brain power. It works on both your left and your right brain. It really gives you that confidence that you're looking for. So if you know of a student who's struggling with mathematics, struggling with focusing in class, this is definitely the solution for them. Now, Nazneen, I think what I love about it is that it doesn't only make you excel in mathematics, but because of the power of Brainetics, you can actually excel in all the subjects that you're doing at school. So we're looking at a full system that will work on improving your capacity and improving your brain power.
Absolutely. So an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. So you can get Brainetics absolutely at a wonderful price here at TV Mall SA for only $8.99, a minimal investment in your knowledge. So folks, you know what to do. Dial the number 0861 000 173 and let's invest in our knowledge. So take me through the Brainetics system. How does it work? What does it do? So our viewers can see exactly what they are investing in.
So when we started out, had Brainetics go on air live for the first time, we had a conversation with Mike Beister, who's the founder. Now, Mike Beister was able to do incredible things from the ages of 4 years, where he was able to add birth dates and death dates and remember birth dates and death dates of past presidents. So he developed a system which he really believes in, and I think he's the perfect person to help tell us and unpack Brainetics and how it can really change your life.
All right, so let's have a look at this conversation.
Hi, Mike. Here we are.
Hi.
Thank you so much for taking time to chat with us right here at TV Mall. It is such a great honor to speak to one of the greatest and fastest brain mathematicians in the world. This is really an honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I guess I could be called worse things. I appreciate that.
So my name is Lutwagazi and I'm covering toys right here. I do the toy hour, and one of the toys that we're looking at is Brainetics, which I've had a bit of time with, and I think it's an amazing product. Can you just give us a bit of background and the story behind Brainetics?
Well, when I was a trader in Chicago, I was a stock trader. My cousin was a math teacher, and she knew I could do these incredible things with my mind, and she asked me to speak to her students. And I spoke to her students, and they thought it was really cool. And I thought, oh my God, they're going to hate this. But they actually liked it, and they thought what I did was cool, and they wanted to learn. And I didn't think I could teach anyone, but I started teaching them, and to my utter amazement, the kids started doing a lot of these incredible things. And the media got a hold of it, and they started covering it in the local papers. And then one of the biggest news magazine stories, prime time in the United States, a show called 2020, saw these videos on YouTube of kids I worked with, and they called me up and they said, we want to make sure that you could turn every kid into a genius. So I said, okay, well, so they tested me out. They brought a group of kids from New Jersey for me to see what I could do. And, they said, they were so amazed. They said, you could turn your kids into whiz kids. And they ran the story and received more email from that story than any story they've. So one of the viewers that saw it said, oh my gosh, every child should learn how to do this.
Yes.
So he contacted me and we developed a product, and it's been amazing. It's impacted hundreds of thousands of kids across the world, and I'm very proud of it.
483 squared.
233,289.
So it's 263,169.
Good.
0.6153846.
Good.
359856.
Good. Okay, you're on.
I'm sure you can tell from the smile on my face that this is amazing. I know.
I smell a lot too when I think about this.
I know that you started at a very early age. At the age of 8 years, you were already solving very complex mathematics problems. So could you just tell us, how does Brainetics work? And how does it help a young child?
Well, what I learned is that you are born with natural abilities, but to be really, really smart, there are certain things you have to be able to do. You have to be able to focus, you have to be able to concentrate, you have to be able to memorize, you have to be able to problem solve. And I was good in some areas, but I wasn't good in others.
Okay.
So I really practiced those areas. I was really bad at focusing, and I was really bad at sort of memory. I had good short term, but I had bad long term. And so I worked on these, and because I was a kid when I was working on them, every way I worked on it, I made it fun, a game, a cool way to practice. That's what I'm good at. I'm good at inventing things, but everyone thinks I'm this math genius. It's really more about being able to have these skills, because I'm almost just as good with letters and words as I am with numbers. So, that's why it's so important to me that every kid learns these skills. So Brainetics is all about teaching kids how to focus, how to memorize, how to problem solve, how to increase your mental capacity. And it's all done in a fun and cool way that they don't think they're working, they think they're playing a game.
So I've seen a lot of testimonies online, and I've noticed that a lot of people are doing this amazing thing. It seems like magic. So how long does it take for Brainetics to start working, or for you to start seeing results of Brainetics?
I think it usually, we always tell people maybe use it 15 or 20 minutes a day, like 2 or 3 days a week, because it's not one of those things where like a diet, where if you go off of it for a few days, you gain back what you lose. I don't
Yes.
want you'll get smarter as you go, but usually within a week or two, kids cannot believe what they could do. And one of the best things about Brainetics is that it improves your self-esteem, because once kids start amazing adults and amazing their families, they start thinking, wow, I'm really smart. And a lot of kids never, ever feel that way. And it's so good for your self-esteem to feel like you're smart.
True.
5, 6, 7.
What my hope is for our kids taking the Brainetics Challenge is to enjoy math and to see that it has a purpose in the world. They think they just have to do math. Math is just dumb, and I don't want to do this because it doesn't make sense.
My teacher made me do it.
And I'll never have to use it again. I want them to see math in every day. It's like, wow, I can figure that out, and math applies to everything that they do.
It's our first day, and we're learning about magic squares.
I just did a 15 3x3. I got all of them right.
How do you feel?
Proud. But now, I can do it pretty fast.
And
this makes it fun and easy. It also exercises your mind for doing other things.
We finished the 90s, and we're moving on to multiplying two-digit numbers that end in 1.
When they started doing two-digit multiplications and how quick they were able to do that, they're like, wow, that was amazing.
9,120.
Now, kids, imagine if you could do huge equations in your head without a calculator. How amazing will that be? And you can do it with Brainetics, available only at TV Mall for just 899 Rand. Small amount for a huge investment in your education.
What I really want to echo is something that Mike mentioned when he said we are born with natural abilities, but in order for you to excel, you need to sharpen up on a few things like focus, concentration, memory. And that's why this kit is really the greatest thing that you can use, a tool that you can use as a young person, as an adult, to make sure that you can make math relatable to everyday activities, much like baking, driving. I could go on and on. Literally, it's in everything that we do. When you're playing hopscotch, it includes mathematics. Playing cards includes mathematics. So maths is all around us. And you often hear kids asking, what will I do with this? I solve for X every day, but how does it really help me? So he makes it really easy for you to be able to concentrate. But what I want us to really look at right now is what you're getting out of this box, because that's where we're saying this is the value that you're getting out of this. So we have a set of 5 DVDs. We have playbooks. We've got playing cards, a parent's manual, and as well as other cards that will have all these math problems that the kids would need to solve at home. So I'm going to start with the DVDs because that's the crux of the whole system. We'll have DVD 1 all the way to DVD 2, on the first DVD pack, we have warm-up time. Now, I mentioned that Brainetics is going to help you increase your brain power.
Right.
It's actually called Athletics for the Brain, hence the merger, Brainetics. So you see that if the first DVD is warm-up time, that's basically you warming yourself up, getting used to following instructions, and that will be very perfect for somebody who's always had anxiety towards mathematics, because it improves your ability to take instructions, to get used to numbers and patterns, and that's the first DVD. So it lays the foundation for you. Then the second DVD is the second one over here, Stretch Your Mind. Stretch Your Mind is particularly important because you're taking it a notch higher. That's where we're getting rid of all the stress-related feelings around mathematics. So that anxiety that you usually get, you're using fun and games to get rid of all of that. We have playing cards, and you use those alongside the DVD and the playbook to be able to get rid of that anxiety. Then we have DVD 3. DVD 3 is cranium crunching. We're crunching numbers. Now you've already gotten rid of that anxiety. You're already familiar with patterns. So now you're starting to use shortcuts to solve complex mathematical problems without having to use a pen or paper or a calculator. So you're basically doing all these calculations in your head. That right there is genius. Then we have DVD 4. DVD 4 is Go the Distance. That's where we're talking about multitasking. Usually you hear people struggling when it comes to mathematics, especially when they're introduced to board maths, where you have to learn how to multiply, add, subtract all at the same time. So this will help your kid be able to really take that and grasp that information with ease. The last DVD is Peak Performance. As you can hear from the name, there you're basically graduating as a brainetic, where your brain power is really developed, and you're basically seeing a lot of numbers and words merge together, and every other skill that you were learning from the different DVDs or the previous DVDs will be there in that DVD. Now, one of the most important things to remember once again is that there's certain principles and general rules that you're learning from these DVDs, which you will have to carry through to every single DVD. And in any case where you forget something, you can always go back and make reference.
You can, but you know what? Away from kids, I think it helps all of us in life.
Definitely.
And the best part is because it's so interactive and fun, it helps families bond with each other on an educational and fun level at the same time. So, you know, with so much going on around us, some families are just splitting because they forget how to bond. Years ago, everybody had to be at the dinner table all together.
Yes.
Now everybody's just, you know, straying on their own path. So I feel that Brainetics, away from the educational point, brings families together in a very fun way.
I love that you mentioned that, and the importance of family and the parent particularly, because your involvement in the child's education is very important. One of the messages that Mike Beiser has left for parents in this parents manual is that you need to realize the impact that you have when you have direct relations to your child's education, being able to track their progress, see how they're really working, and where they're struggling and where they need help the most. So we're talking about a kit that comes with the parents manual for you to actually be the coach to your child and help them see how they're progressing, see where they're strong really. You usually find that in Nasneen, every time when they get to grade 9, they have to choose subjects, and often you're just choosing, you're shooting in the dark, but you don't know where they really excel. So this kit will be able to assist you with advising what subjects they need to choose and where they're excelling the most, and most importantly, improving their focus and their memory.
Improving focus and memory, and you can do that with Brainetics. So yes, do call the number 0861 000 173 and let us invest in our children's education for just 899 Rand. The investment in that is really going to pay off. So yes, the number to dial 0861 000 173.
So Mike and I went on to get really deep into the conversation, and we spoke about the general benefits of using Brainetics, because like you rightfully mentioned, you have benefits that come with using the kit outside of just educational benefits. Spending time with the family, improving on your confidence, making sure you're not bullied. So we had that conversation. It was a really insightful one.
Yes, so let's have a look at what Mike had to say about that.
Children or kids with challenges when it comes to learning, how does it help them develop?
Well, what we've always said is the kids that struggle in school, kids that have learning disabilities, we ask them, just go slow and maybe watch video 2 or 3 times and practice it with your family and have some fun. And then what we ask the kids could do or the parents could do, maybe write a letter to the teacher and say, you know, can Jimmy do this in front of the class? And if the teacher allows, for the first time in their life, that kid is like the star of the classroom. And that's an important thing. And so I ask the kids, I've worked with so many kids with learning disabilities, it's really changed their lives, but I just say, watch a video maybe 2 or 3 times instead of once and practice a couple times, and you'll be able to learn too.
By using his tools and his strategies, he has motivated my students where they truly have a hunger for mathematics.
Who can tell me what these numbers add up to? Yeah.
605.
You guys are awesome. Good job.
61 divided by 91.
Yeah.
6703296.
Awesome. How about 975 squared? Yeah.
950625.
How many got that? You guys rock.
This has helped me become so much more familiar with numbers. It's made me so much more confident that I just got a really good score on my final.
Well, I think he's really cool with his tricks and stuff. It's like amazing that he knows all that stuff and then we get to learn it.
When she comes home enthusiastic about math, I think that's good. I think that's great.
Mike is really cool with his tricks. How cute was that one? But
really
you know what
is.
stands out for me is the confidence that these kids exude when they are in the classroom. Something that we don't often see within the classroom because kids cannot get the hang of their subject. But with Brainetics, we're going to simply change that pattern and bring out the genius in you.
Definitely. And once again, while you mention the classroom, what I often find is that in the classroom setup, there's kids who feel neglected because other ones will perform better than them. And usually if you're that silent one who's always sitting in your corner, struggling all alone, you don't really get the attention that you deserve. Now, this Brainetics kit will really help you in ensuring that you don't just sit there in silence without knowing what exactly is happening, but you actually catch up and you're able to get enough attention at home. Now, that's what I love about this. So I told you about the power of Brainetics and how DVD5 and its playbook will help you enhance both the left and the right brain, your brain power. I want us to play a game.
Okay.
So what Mike has done with this is that there's the core game that you're going to be playing, and then on the side, he usually leaves a very interesting game for you to play as a mind refresher, something really fun and exciting. So right here we have the 10-word test. This basically tests you on your memory. So I'm going to put you on the spot, you and I on the spot. Well, for me, I've seen this game for so many times.
Okay.
But let's see what we can do together. All you have to do is have a quick glance at the words over here. The 10 words here, we need to remember them. And when you remember them, you write them on the next page.
Okay.
You don't have a look. We're basically training your memory to see how fast can you think, how active are you when it comes to your memory, and how much power does your brain have. All right. So I'm going to give us 5 seconds to have a look at what exactly we have. So we have alarm, cotton, basketball, dog, taxi, bacon, parade, clown, elevator, and computer. So you remember the first 5,
Okay,
I
cool.
remember the second 5. All
right.
right, let's move on to the next page. So on the next page, this was where you will be getting to write all the answers. All right, so we won't write them down, we'll just mention them.
Okay,
Do you want to go first?
so alarm, cotton, basketball, dog, taxi.
Okay. And then my 5 is elevator, computer, parade, bacon. I think I spoke too soon. Elevator, computer, bacon, parade, and there's something else. I forgot. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the answers. What did I forget? Oh man. All right. Let's have a look. And this is what I love. You can actually do this with friends as well, so it makes it really interesting. Let me just see if I can quickly get that page. So we had alarm, cotton, basketball, dog, taxi. You had yours.
Clown.
Bacon, I forgot clown. All right, well, the beauty of Brainetics is that you can always try, and the more you play it, the better you become. And that's why we're saying get involved. Have your friends, have your family all come together, play these games. It's truly interactive. It's very exciting. You get rid of all that anxiety that you're thinking, that you're feeling. And usually people always say, no, I'm a right brainer. I only do good with words, or I'm a left brainer. Logic and numbers are my thing. But with Brainetics, you're able to hone both your skills and work on both your left and your right brain.
And it also enhances both audio, visual, and kinesthetic type of learners.
Definitely.
Well, actually all 3 now that I'm speaking. So I guess everybody is in the mix, because you and I could maybe just listen to the teacher and write down our notes and then we're good to go. But kinesthetic kit may just have a little bit of a different approach, so hence the pictures, the memory techniques. And I love that it incorporates math and word to enhance our memory techniques here. So we're really winning all over, and not just as kids in school. What about college students? Those lectures, with school, I think it's still easy. lectures in university tend to be more traumatic than just
Definitely.
mainstream school. So I think we can all benefit from it. And once again, with the parents' manual, where we can all get involved, we're definitely winning all the way around.
So Mike also touched on that, the importance of understanding how you can add value to your life all round. Now, we had a conversation about family benefits, which I think was very interesting, and it's something that you touched on earlier to say, how can you really use this outside of getting just educational benefits? So we also spoke about family benefits and how this can help you enhance your skills.
And let's see what Mike had to say.
My goodness. Now, I know when I'm presenting the product, it mostly I want kids to use it, but I know I tried it out and I really loved it. How can I benefit as an adult or someone even older than I am? How can they benefit from using Brainetics?
Well, it's funny because when I was on the show 2020, we received 50,000 emails, and over 20,000 of them, 40% of them, were from adults that wanted to learn this too. So what we tried to do is we made a product for everyone. So there's not one thing in the product. If you say, oh, it's a kid's product, there's not one thing in the product that adults know too.
Yes.
It's all new learning stuff. And we wanted to do it that way for another reason is we wanted families to possibly do together if they wanted. And what a cool thing is that we have found out one of the biggest connects with Brainetics is grandparents doing it with their grandkids. Because so many grandparents are at a stage where they want to keep their mind sharp. And with so much technology in the world today, look, we're Skyping.
Right.
It's like, right. There's so much technology. A lot of times grandparents don't do the same thing as their grandkids.
True.
And so this is something that the grandkids and grandparents do together, and thousands of families do this as a family, and it's been so many families say it's the first thing we do in the morning when we get up and the last thing we do in the morning at night before we go to bed. And so it's such a great family get-together thing.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I tried out one of the challenges that you have. I think the one that you say it's a warm-up, and it's amazing the confidence that you feel after you've completed and you see the steps and you see how it makes you feel so amazing as you complete the task. It's really, really beautiful. Now, I wanted to put you on the spot and ask you to show off a bit. And show off a bit and show us how this works. Would you have like maybe one trick up your sleeve? Just one? Even if it's a simple one?
It's just fun. What is your birthday?
Pardon?
What is your birthday?
It's the 5th of December.
What year? I'm sorry.
In 1992. Okay. No, I'm comfortable.
December 5th?
Yes.
And I don't know, you were born on a Saturday.
Wow!
You can check that out. It's true. And
it's the truth.
Oh, it is? You know that? Okay, great. A lot of people don't actually know. And so what's a really nice thing is this is something, you do with your friends. And so many people have written me that, their kids, everyone around the classroom is taking turns finding out what day of the week they were born. And the kid feels like a total rock star when they do it.
Oh, my goodness.
It's really a cool thing. It just takes a little bit of practice to learn, but once you learn, it's amazing.
This is amazing. It really honestly feels like magic.
356 divided by 19.
That equals 18.7368421 Stop. Is the last digit 1? Yeah, rounded.
My reaction when Mike told me I was born on a Saturday, I looked like I was struck by lightning. Well, I've always known I'm born on a Saturday, but what really got me was how quick he was. And I didn't really expect him to get it right and be so accurate. I know I probed him to give us a trick, but that was really unexpected. And the beauty of that is that you can actually do that trick with your friends. There's a in the playbook, the first playbook, you actually get how you can reach that answer, and you can play that trick with your friends as well, and you can basically be the smart one in the group. So it was really interesting.
No, it was. I could see. But you know what's the best part here, Ludwig, is that a minimal investment of just 899 Rand is a lifetime investment with your kids. When it comes to knowledge, and us as parents can also take away from this and learn something. We're all multitasking in our day. We've got to remember phone numbers, postbox numbers, addresses, you name it, we've got to know it. And, I know our teachers said you will not have a calculator everywhere you go, and we kind of proved them wrong when we got cell phones, but you know what, give the teachers a 1 point there. We really need to enhance our brain, and have this genius ability come out. Because you know what, kids? All of you are born a genius, and it's time to enhance that with Brainetics. So for just 899 Rand, you are investing in a lifetime of an educational tool called Brainetics. So dial the number 0861 000 173.
So since we started doing Brainetics, and I've been open about it being one of my favorite products, but people always usually ask me, this is not the type of syllabus or curriculum that kids are learning in school.
Yes.
So how do you suppose it will really help them in performing at school? But what Mike mentioned when we were having this conversation was that this just goes beyond you learning the curriculum or the syllabus itself, but you are basically training your brain to work on itself.
Yes.
In that way, it doesn't matter what subject or what circumstances you're in, you're always going to be able to solve mathematical problems in your head. So as opposed to just teaching you a topic, it gives you the power to solve problems, which is essentially what we need for all those leaders that we're looking to groom in the future, your finance people who need to make good decisions, your risk-taking, where you're able to take calculated risks as a human being and make decisions that you will be accountable for in the later on in life. So that's what it does, give you the power and the ability to really perform at your optimum level.
I guess it's basically polishing our inborn techniques that we have and basically enhancing our understanding on all subjects in the curriculum. So we are definitely not losing out with this one here. Invest in a lifetime of knowledge with Brainetics. It's only 899 Rand, and you can call in 0861 000 173 to make this investment in your kids' future. So, Ludwig.
Quick recap. We have a set of 5 DVDs. We have playing cards, which are your usual playing cards, which you would play Crazy 8 with. Yes, these numbers, these ones over here. Then you have a set of different cards, which have mathematical problems as well as words. That will be really helpful when it comes to interacting with your friends, with your family, or even in your classroom. Then you have a parent's manual, which will assist in making sure that you have the perfect coach at home to assist you in your Brainetics and helping solve all those complex problems, as well as playbooks, which you use in conjunction with the DVDs, basically making the whole kit easy for you to navigate.
No, it does. And like I said, once again, it's a lifetime investment for only 899 Rand. So Ludwig, it's been absolutely fun interacting with you on Brainetics again. And we hope all our geniuses out there are now going to start budding and taking home the best when it comes to enhancing your knowledge with Brainetics. So don't miss out this opportunity. Please order while stocks last.
Definitely. Next time we'll be playing a different game. I think I want us to play cryptograms. We'll do that next time.
Yes, we will. It's been an absolute pleasure, Ludwig. And for you watching channel 173, do stay tuned and keep watching your favorite channel.
Bye-bye.